And a good evening to all who are already in. As is the first man to say something, Amber Army. Yes, we are in a good mood and a very jubilant mood. We made the playoffs. There were many times during the season that I, even myself, many others said it weren't going to happen, but it did. Somehow we got there. But there's plenty going on elsewhere in football. Cardiff are relegated from the Premier League. Whether that's a good thing for you or not, you know, that's what it is. Um, Zabrowski missed the all-important penalty against Salford. Means Salford and AFC Fylde will be battling it out for a place in League Two next season. I mean, hopefully that's not going to be something that's going to affect us because we should hopefully be in League One next season. But to be honest with you, no one would have expected us to get there. No, to the playoffs. No one would have expected us to even have a look in for promotion this season. So even if we don't win these playoffs, we've got to look on this season and think this has been great. The extra money that we've generated, the extra support that we may have generated on the back of it as well. I mean, it's been an awesome bloody hell. There's about 20 of you who have all just said something all at once. Let's see if I can catch up on it then. So, Tegan Godden up the county, yes, very much so. The same with Ovesk. George WBA is in. Hello, Taff. Another playoff team, this time in the championship, of course. Callum Winton, what a weekend. It's been great, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Dan Short is in. Hello, mate. Tom 1 2 3 4 5. What do you think of the top two in the Prem going into the last game? Who is going to win it? The favourites have obviously got to be Man City, really, isn't it? I can't really see it going any other way than Man City, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, the Premier League is a funny old league. Strange things tend to happen. Mansfield now, yes. See the Derby player that died. I've not seen much really about the Championship today. I just know, obviously, Derby made the playoffs, and that was pretty much all that was up for grabs between three teams. Sorry. Playoffs are an easy win. Oof, I don't know about that, mate. Playoffs are very, very tough and competitive in every league. Dan Short, what do you think about Bournemouth's win this weekend? Well, to be honest with you, I don't think Son deserved the sending off. I think Foyth's probably was, but Son's weren't. Son's shouldn't have been sent off. But at the end of the day, Bournemouth, they scored the goal, they won the game, they beat Tottenham. Credit where it's due, of course. Tonbridge Angels are going up. Are you really? WBA West Midlands derby in the playoffs for us. So you're playing against the mighty Aston Villa, I see. Oof, it's going to be tough. Mark's made both of my teams in the playoffs nail-biting times ahead. Well, Marcus, here's one for you. If one could win their playoff, Leeds or Newport County, who would it be? You can only choose one. One will go through, one won't. Your choice. Ellis Williams, absolute scenes yesterday. Absolutely, yes. It was awesome. And I thought we'd fucked it, to be honest with you. I was there, and honestly, I was telling people, I said, this ain't going to happen, is it? I said, what a fucking heartbreaking thing to happen in front of so many of our fans who travelled up, and it was just so gut-wrenching and shit. It was a horrible, horrible situation to be in, and then all of a sudden, bang, there it goes. And the jubilation was just a reminiscent of beating Notts County in the Great Escape. It wasn't quite as important, but it was just jubilation again. And we, in jubilating scenes, we have been spoilt as Newport County fans in the last decade. Cam Stacey, what do you think about what happened to Plymouth? Well, maybe should have got rid of Derek Adams sooner, but the bloke got them there. I think after one season, I think he obviously turned it round last season, but then this season he couldn't do it again, and they should have recognised it a bit sooner and made the change. Do you think we stand a chance against Mansfield? Asks Tegan Godden. Well, Tegan, I think we do stand a chance against Mansfield for two big reasons. One for each side of the spectrum on this one. First of all, on the one side is us on a big high for making the playoffs in the first place. Mansfield, on the other hand, will be on a big low because they wanted automatic promotion. It was in their hands, and they lost their last three matches and blew it big time. So whether that's going to jig them up to do a lot better against us, say, right, the playoffs it is, let's go and smash it. Or whether they're thinking, and feeling sorry for themselves that they should have gone up automatically. We'll have to see what kind of Mansfield team we come up against. And to be honest with you, I think it's better on the rare occasion that a two-legged game where we get to play at home first, because we will figure out which kind of Mansfield we're taking on. But at least if we get a good Mansfield team playing their absolute bollocks off, we know what we can do at home. So I was talking to somebody earlier. If we take a decent lead to Mansfield, I think we'll go through to the final. 2 or 3 goal lead we need to take. 1 goal I don't think will be enough. I think we can protect a 2 goal lead up there. Dan Short, unlucky Eastleigh losing on pens against Salford. I thought they were going to win it in that second half of extra time. They battered Salford, and I thought Zabrowski was going to score as well at one point. But no, it was gutting. I was gutted for Zabrowski more than anything, and I'd have fancied Eastleigh, more than Salford, because at least, well, I don't know really. I mean, it's the battle of the money bags really. Although Eastleigh, stopped pumping in so much money, but they were doing it before. To be honest, at least Eastleigh beat Wrexham. As much as I wanted Wrexham in the same division as us, we're going to be in League One next season anyway, so who cares? Callum Winton, I think we'll win Thursday. Good. But Sunday will be very difficult. But they are playing awful at the moment. We've got to take advantage. We really have got to hit them with an absolute goddamn sledgehammer on Thursday at home in front of our own fans. Fans have got to be the 12th man again. We've got to help those players as much as we can, keep the place light and intimidating. We've got to make it really difficult for David Flitcroft and his staff to do their job. It's as simple as that. So Tonbridge Angels playoff finalists tomorrow. We're all the best of Tonbridge Angels. Everybody wish Tonbridge Angels all the best for Talk Tonbridge Angels FC. Always in our chat, so we should be sending some love back. 27 if you win, only 7 likes. How about we get the likes up? If we can get past 10 likes within 10 minutes, we'll extend by 5 extra minutes. And then I've got some groundbreaking news for you all very soon, but I'm going to tell you shortly. I'm going to catch up a little bit on these questions. Matthew Marsden, do you think that Arsenal will make top 4? There is no chance in hell. No way. They got to make it an 8-goal swing on goal difference and hope that Tottenham lose, and then for them to win. Not going to happen, I don't think. Luke Kent is in. Evening, Taff. Evening, Luke. How's it going, my friend? Marcus May Leeds. Sorry, mate. Right, any Newport County fans, we've got to viciously abuse Marcus May for choosing Leeds over County. No, I'm only joking, Marcus. At the end of the day, you probably go to more county games than most proper county fans. So that's one I'll let you have on this occasion. But if you ever choose Leeds over County again, I'll give you a slap. Just joking. Don't worry. I'm not going to do that. Tom Talbot, when can you get tickets for the Newport game? We're not sure yet, but just keep an eye out on the club's Twitter account, Facebook account, website and all that. You will find out, we'll all find out very soon. All we know is that it's going to be a cup-style ticketing priority system. As a HD, I thought Aaron Collins broke our hearts. I think it would have broke his heart too to have to do that to us, but fair play to him for being a professional and then at the same time not celebrating. Ellis Williams, we have some of the best fans in the league. That's when they're like that, right? Of course, yeah, well, we do. We absolutely do. George WBA, a person set off a smoke bomb right next to me and destroyed my shoes today. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, it's one thing that they stink and you choke on them. I mean, as much as they make a really good, sort of visual atmosphere and everything like that, I mean, they do leave some stains behind as well, don't they? Ellison piping up all week just to be benched and do nothing. I think he was only piping up purely because, he likes to banter with us, as simple as that. Craig Owie, evening all. Evening, Craig. How's it going, my friend? Obviously, Celtic won the league, champions of Scotland for the 8th year in a row. Well done, Celtic. And Craig Owie, I know you're a big Celtic man. Cameron, I was gutted, just didn't see it coming. Tears of joy. Well, there you go, mate. I mean, that's just, we've been through some tough shit, as Newport County supporters, but we have been spoilt with the good stuff, really, haven't we? So, now there's over 30 of you in, I'm going to drop in the bit of news. It's good news. Well, there's 2 bits of news. There's the bad news and the good news. I'm going to give you the good news first, right? because the bad news I need to explain a little bit more. The good news is we've hit 2,500 subscribers, so that's triggered a giveaway. So tonight there will be a giveaway. Make sure you share this link and tell people we're giving away some free shit on this. And the competition starts from this moment now. The best question of the night wins. The prize will be revealed at the very end. So, Dan Short, well done, Sol Campbell, on keeping Macclesfield up. Yeah, great job. Everyone thought they were down. Met Police are in the playoff final tomorrow. Hope they go up. Yeah, lovely club. Made us feel very welcome. So Luke Kane is asking, has Ramsey made the right decision to leave Arsenal? I always thought he was never valued compared to Wilshere, and not offering the same as Ozil. I think Ramsey's a big loss for Arsenal. They should have done everything in their power to keep him, but they couldn't afford to keep him and Ozil. And they couldn't get rid of Ozil, so that's why Ramsey had to leave, because he was gutted. There's no way that boy wanted to leave that football club. He was told he had to. It's as simple as that. Ellis Williams, no, the same thing happened to Plymouth, what happened to Aston Villa, Leeds, but worse. All right, okay. Now, obviously in jubilation over Newport County, I haven't seen an awful lot about what's gone on with, the likes of Plymouth and all that in League One. But yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. Thanks for the heads up. Callum Winton, have you seen what Alisson said on Newport's Twitter? No, I haven't, but I'm going to have a look. Oh, if you mean the video, if it's the video, then yes, I have. Right then, okay then. Here we go then. So the bad news about our channel is we're going to be losing some videos very soon. Google have disabled our monetization, so we're a bit stiffed for making money at the moment, and we've been told that we can reapply for monetization in 30 days, and as long as we overcome the reasons why our monetization has been disabled. Monetization has been disabled for the use of other people's clips without doing an awful lot different with the videos. So basically the compilations, the neutral compilations, basically the stuff that I encourage fans from other clubs to come here to come and watch the videos of, we got to get rid of. So over the next sort of 20 odd days, myself and Chris Ball and other creators for the channel are going to be discussing what videos we chop. And we don't want to chop any really, but at the end of the day, we're making a success of this channel as it is. So it's difficult, but it's what we got to do to keep it going, because so far we've made nearly £200 this year alone. So not just this season, but this year, the year 2019. We're nearly halfway through. This is generating hundreds of pounds. This channel. So we've got to keep it going. We've got to keep the monetization up. So any sort of help in the meantime that anybody out there can give with regards to financial donation through the super chat on this stream will be appreciated, because it will plug a gap of money that we're missing out on, through the advertisement right now. But hopefully within the next, after the 30-day period is up and we can reapply for the monetization, we get granted the partnership back and we can carry on making the money. In the meantime, if anybody's got anything they can offer, it will be massively appreciated, and thank you in advance for those who can. So let's get back to these questions. I would rather have Mansfield than MK. So glad MK won. Yeah, I think we're catching Mansfield at the right time. Dan Short, Marcus May, I'm a Pool fan. There we go. Southampton Exile, we've shaken one bogey team at Morecambe. The other bogey in the league is Mansfield. I fancy it. This is a different team this year with a stronger mentality. Completely agree, yeah. I see Mark O'Brien scoring at Wembley. How good would that be? Aaron Collins' contract up in the summer. Good player for League One. I don't believe his contract is up, because he was being released by Wolves, but he's already signed a pre-contract with Morecambe, so he is there next season, unfortunately. Tom Talbot, when can you buy tickets? Club will announce it. I don't know myself, unfortunately. Don't need Collins, nothing special, except for someone who's scoring goals every game. Aaron Collins won't be coming back to us next season. No, I don't think it's going to happen, regardless of what league we're in. Okay, Cam says, how many tickets do you think will be sold for Thursday? I hope we sell out. We should do. Nice shirt, that Taff. It certainly is. The one that we got into the playoffs with. Greg Marshall, Taff. Hi, Greg. How are you? Joseph BA, Rangers to stop the run in 2021. I don't know. Still a lot of work to do on the Rangers side, but they've certainly clawed an awful lot of it back as far as how far Celtic are ahead. Celtic would usually had the league sewn up a month or two ago, so for Rangers to hold it out this long, it's an achievement, and Steven Gerrard's doing well there. Colin Simmons, Leeds have been waiting ages for Mikey White to go back in the Premier League. Katie next year, right? Okay, so Leeds have been waiting a long time. They should be a Premier League club. What happened to them was awful, and hopefully it never ever happens to any other football club, again. But yeah, I mean they have been waiting ages, and the reason they've been waiting is because first of all their player recruitment has been dump, their managerial recruitment has been dump. They finally got a good manager in, but they've hit bad form at the wrong end of the season, and usually their points tally would usually be enough to finish in the top two. But Norwich and Sheffield United have just played absolutely blinding seasons, so it's gutting what's happened to them. But it's just the same with Liverpool. Liverpool could finish on 97 points and not win the title. Let that one sink in. Callum Winton, Aaron said to me, good day all round, he scored. They didn't lose and we got playoffs. There you go. So he's still got the county at heart. Fair play to him. Right then. Southampton Exile. Good first. What? Who would you rather played in the playoffs, MK or Mansfield? To be honest, I would have said MK usually because of but Mansfield in bad form at the moment. Got to be, got to be, the better of the two to play with MK going on good form at the moment. So Craig always shared, top man, thank you very much, my friend. Ramsey must be, as it devastated, he's going to be earning £250,000 a week and playing alongside Ronaldo. But I suppose at the end of the day, mate, look how upset he was, and he didn't even want to talk about why he's gone to Juventus. He was just there bawling on live TV and didn't say much about what's going to be good about going there. So Brooklyn Lee, aka Weedy Weed, or do you think the players we have now can cope? We're going to need to strengthen if we get to League One, I think, yeah. But I don't know. We keep our better players. They get a bit more consistency, and we sign a bit of extra quality in each area. So another striker to push the guys up front, another top centre back, possibly even Regan Poole on a full-time contract. If we get to League One, it could be a good move for him then. Come to League Two on permanent deal, I don't think would be a good move for him. But keep the likes of Joe Day and all that, and we could be in for another good season next year in League One. Tegan, I made a post the other day in the Kate chat about Michael Flynn's Gucci wash bag. I've always wondered what's inside it. Do you think? What do I think Michael Flynn carries inside his Gucci wash bag? Now, we've got an early front runner for the winning question. Now, the prize is going to be revealed at the end, but Tegan has asked a very, very tricky and well thought out question, and something completely out of the bag, and that's what I kind of like. I don't like the usual same old, questions I'm expecting. I certainly didn't expect to be asked a question about Michael Flynn's Gucci wash bag. What could Flinny have in there other than some Brill cream, maybe a special comb? God, what would Flinny carry in there? I wouldn't want to say one or two things like that come to mind, but certainly a flask of whiskey, or even I don't know, maybe his Steven Gerrard love doll or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Jurgen Klopp's business card, if he's got one. A love doll for Pep Guardiola, because he seemed to be absolutely infatuated with him. I don't know what could be in Michael Flynn's Gucci bag. That's a good question for the rest of the group. I think that's going to take some beating, Tegan. Fair play. You've stumped me on that one. Grimsby Brooke County should sign the Hassler. Who's the Hassler? Mitchell Jenkins, Alan Collins didn't celebrate yesterday. Respect to him. Absolutely. Callum Whittington, we need a backup centre half, and we need to keep Poole. Yeah, I want to keep Poole, but it's difficult. You know, it's very, very difficult to keep him. You know, Luke Canty, can you compare players from different generations? Messi, Pele, I think you can, but I think you have to compare them on a pound for pound basis. You know, you got to realise that Messi's playing in a more difficult time with regards to the pace of the game, but Pele was up against an awful lot more physically. Maradona. I mean, I had a bit of a debate with someone, and someone said as soon as Messi wins Argentina World Cup all by himself, like Maradona did, he would regard him as good as Maradona. I turned and I said, well, Messi nearly did, if not for the greatest German team I think ever, winning the World Cup when they did in 2014. And you know, there's been a lot of good German teams out there, you know, and it took an extra time, a last minute extra time winner to get that World Cup win. I think Messi, his club career, he's been absolutely immaculate every frigging season, you know. But then obviously Maradona moved around a bit, but he was also excellent. There's been a lot of really, really top players, and it's difficult to choose a pound for pound. What you'd have to do, right, is put out a poll to anyone out there who wants to get involved, who's serious about it, and they would have to rank them themselves, and then whoever wins from the poll is the unarguably greatest of all time, and that's the only way to do it. But the thing is, do you hold that poll now, or do you wait for the young players, you know, that are budding through now to become good? It's difficult. It's a really, really difficult way of. Like I say, that's a really good question, Alice, mate. I think Tegan's still winning, but Luke, you're on the right track. That's a good question. Tegan, gutted that that video situation's happening. You guys are doing really well with the videos. Hope you can overcome it. Thank you very much. I'm sure we will. We just got to strip the channel of some of the videos. That's all. Simple as that, and then reapply as long as, well, actually, 2 seconds. Ellis makes a good point. Just download the lost videos. Well, yeah, I mean, we could share them to people, you know, maybe put them up on a different platform somewhere else as a special sort of subscriber type thing, you know, if someone pays us money, we'll show them our compilations, that sort of thing, possibly. Yeah, but thanks, Tegan. Thanks, Ellis. Calmerton also like to sign Kennedy, permanent deal next season? Yes. Even if we get to League One as well, yes. Cam says, where do you think Newport will be in the 5 to 10 years' time? In the Championship, in a nice new stadium, hopefully. After McCurry got released by Villa, do you think he'll stay? So it would be a good shape for him, I think. I think it would be worth his while doing that. But I don't know. Will he be wanted by better clubs? I'd like to keep him. Mitchell Jenkins, do you know how Wrexham have done? Well, they went out of the cup in the second round. I know that much, and they lost in the National League playoffs against Eastleigh. So yeah, Flynn deserves a statue if we go up. Shade. Southampton Exile, how long can we realistically keep hold of Flynn? I am amazed there hasn't been more chatter connecting into other teams. Going up may be something that entices Flynn to stay. Exactly. Plus, also, we'll get a bit of extra money to spend next season on players, so he'll be able to put himself together a better team, whether we go up or not. Alice Williams, Mansfield will sell out their end, and we will sell out theirs. I don't think we'll sell out their end 6 o'clock on a Sunday, although I do think we'll take about 1,000 up there. Oh yeah, Craig, we makes a good point. Who are Rangers? They died in 2012. Yeah, the thing is, they got to come back as their real name. Whereas when we came back, we had to play as Newport AFC for ages until we could win a bloody court battle county again. Did Newport get the playoffs? Apparently so, mate. Yeah, I mean, apparently up north somewhere, a bunch of people from Newport were making some kind of ruckus about it as well. Southampton Exile, if we fail in the playoffs, do you think retaining Flynn may be an issue? Depends if the board have said to him, up to League One or still in League Two, you're getting extra money to put a better team together next season. I think if that's the case, that won't be an issue. If a big team comes in for Flynn, which they may do, a championship team maybe, then that's when I'd worry. League One, I wouldn't worry. Luke County. Now, this is a good question, actually. Have Liverpool's season been a failure if they don't win any silverware? Now, I'd say on the cup side of things, yes, you've got to see it as a failure on Liverpool's side in the cup competitions. Champions League isn't dead, but it's as good as. Coming back from 3 goals behind against Barcelona, even though they got the home advantage, is not exactly going to be an easy feat. As much as Roma did it last year, I think Barcelona are a better, much better team this year. Um, I'd say domestically, you cannot call Liverpool's Premier League campaign a failure for not winning the title when you finish on 97 points and only lose one match. I think even if Liverpool don't win the title, they should be given some kind of special recognition for doing what they've done. You know, and coming up against who is the greatest Premier League team of all time, Manchester City, the Centurions. You know, and Man City could finish on 98 points, so 2 points shy of their Centurion season. But for Liverpool, then to only come 3 points shy of that Centurion season, unbelievable. Two absolutely colossal football clubs. Marcus May, who do you think will win the Championship playoffs? I got a funny feeling about Villa, although losing to Norwich may have knocked their confidence a little bit. The favourite would have to be Leeds, although Derby stand out to me a little bit though. So if I'm going to go for one, I think, no, Derby for me are not consistent enough. Leeds, if they can recover from their slump, they would be the obvious favourite. Villa have been on some great form lately, but a little bit of a dip late, you know, in the last couple of games. What kind of mental state are they going into it with? And then obviously you've got West Brom, and West Brom have been quite up and down lately. It's a tough one to call, to be honest with you. It's not one that I like calling, to be honest. If I'm going to have a stab at it now, I'm going to say Leeds. Leeds will sort themselves out and win the playoffs. Gareth Watkins, all right, Taff, has this playoff push cup run saved us losing key players for next season, Day, Butler, Dolan, etc. I don't think it's gonna. To be honest with you, oh, it's a tough question, really. I mean, the cup run, getting into the playoffs. I mean, it helps, of course, but yeah. I'd say it's played a big part in the fact that the cup run's going to give us the money to offer them a little bit extra to stay. Otherwise, they could move on. And the fact that we get to the playoffs means that we have got a squad capable of winning promotion from this division. So we could, these players may say, right, I'm giving Newport at least another season. Cameron, haven't got a single point off MK, wouldn't want to play them, happy with Mansfield. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Mansfield are the better of the two teams to get over 2 legs. Although it's still going to be bloody tough, though. Dolan isn't a key player. I think he's played extremely well lately, though. I think you've got to give him credit. Luke Henry, Tranmere or Forest Green, who'd you rather play in the final? I want Forest Green for my hatred of them. But I've got to give credit where it's due, and Forest Green have been very good lately. Tranmere, on the other hand, have been decent lately, and we're the only and Tranmere we've beaten them once this season on their own turf. So I think at Wembley, I think we could beat Tranmere. We could beat Forest Green at Wembley, but I think Forest Green having Christian Doige back, it's going to prove to be a bit of a sticky one for us if we get them, I think. Is there anyone in particular like to see play for County next year? So it was a difficult question to answer that one. It all depends on who's out there. It all depends on what loan players are available, who are actually available to League Two. Because some loan players are only available to League One and Championship. Some loan players are only available overseas in the top leagues. So it's difficult. It just depends on who's out there. And hopefully, if we look at positions, I want an attacking, goal-scoring, creative midfielder. The complete attacking midfielder. What's his name? Sheehan and Labardi, I think, would be the best two centre midfielders to play with that kind of person, because they could link up with Sheehan while Labardi could boss the midfield around. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, we need centre backs as well. We need We need a right back as well because of Pipey retiring. There's positions we need to fill. It just depends on who's out there. I mean, we can't just pick and choose and just take players. At the end of the day, they got to be out of contract or they got to be affordable to buy on a permanent deal. We can't go spending a lot of money on players. Callum, do you think if we get to League One, do you feel that our squad is big enough for League One? First of all, no. And do you think we cope with that? I think we could cope with it because we've got the players who can cope with League One. A lot of them have played in that division before already, and higher even as well. I think we would need to strengthen in some key areas, but I think we have got the spine of a good League One team there. Colin Simmons, after watching Messi in the week, I think he is the best ever, so consistent. I can't see past Messi. I never got the pleasure of seeing Maradona in his prime, but I just can't see past Messi for the greatest of all time. No way. Craig, I think he got a couple of Tunnocks tea cakes in his wash bag. Tunnocks tea cakes now, that's freaking lovely. Yes, I love Tunnocks tea cakes. Saludos desde Argentina. So I'm guessing that translates to hello from Argentina. I hope I'm right, Carlos. Are you an Argentinian county fan? Because yesterday I did a live stream on the way back from Morecambe. We had someone from Brazil and Russia. If we could add Argentina to the list, we are a multinational YouTube channel, which is great. Quick away on the photo of Albion Rovers B from 1993. I reckon he's got a picture of himself in a Barry Town kit as well in there. Ellis Williams, would you rather lose Jammer and Podge or lose Day, Wilmot and Labardi? That's a tough one, Ellis. I mean, if anyone was going to put Teagan to the sword, it was going to be you with that question. I think I'd have to say that I'd rather lose Day, Wilmot and Labardi because goal-scoring strikers like Jammer and Podge are a lot harder to find than a good goalie, a good winger and a good centre midfielder. That's, we got two really good goal-scoring. And then if you said about losing one of them, maybe, but both, no. Even though the Bardi's one of my favourite ever county players, I would have to lose him to keep hold of Jammer and Podge. It's a difficult question though, mate. Freaking hell. Between you and Teagan for the win on this one, mate. Nasi Islam, congrats on the players. Thank you, Nasi. That's really kind of you. Right then, Luke County, can Wolves break into the top six with the Sherwood of shit that is Man United and Arsenal? It depends on if they've still got money to spend next season because they spent an awful lot of it this season. And it also depends if Espirito Santos stays, of course. Grimsby Town. Who does Luke de Gilbert actually support? That is a very, very, very good question. That would usually have won this one, but I don't think everybody in here will know who Luke de Gilbert is. Luke, lovely boy. Believe he suffers with autism. He is a bit of a fanboy though, isn't he? And he does like a lot of different players and a lot of different clubs. I mean, he used to be a Liverpool fan. Obviously, he supports the county, of course. Good for him. Used to be a Liverpool fan, but now hates them. Don't know why. He likes Aston Villa, but he's also had a dabble with Derby, Watford, Leicester, Man City now, of course. I mean, there's a bit of a list, but I absolutely love Luke to bits. He's a lovely, lovely boy. If you spend 5 minutes talking to him, you'll fall in love with him, honestly. But with regards to that question, I cannot answer that, but I'm going to have a stab at Aston Villa. Teagan, would you make a video clip from most games we've had this season, like an end of season, best moments, fan interviews, etc., like the video recap of the... Well, yeah, it could be worth putting a bit of a compilation together, like a season compilation. That could well be worth doing, yeah. Nice suggestion, Teagan. I don't suppose you're interested in doing that kind of thing, because we're always looking for creators for the channel. Mitchell Jenkins, Cardiff Dane. Yep, we touched on that one earlier. At last, Kent will be on Sky. Now, that's a bloody good point, Colin. Yeah, and I made this point yesterday. This is our 6th season in the Football League, in League 2, and we've not had a single game on Sky Sports. Not a single one. And now, finally, we're going to have 2 of them in the space of a week. Possibly 3 of them in the space of a month. Fingers crossed. Could be going to Wembley again. Southampton XR. If we make the playoff final, how many do you think will take to Wembley? It always surprised me. We took 13,000 for the FA Trophy and about 7,000 for most of the Football League. Big reason for that though. As much as I'd like to have taken more than 7,000, the 7,000 has 6 days to get their tickets. The 13,000 had about 2 months. That's the big difference, and that's why there's such a big difference in those numbers. Although I do think this time we will take 15,000 or more if we get there, of course. All ticket news is announced this evening. Is it been announced or is it getting announced? Marcus May, do you think we should sign Sam Foley back? I'd have Sam Foley back, yeah. Class player. Tegan, if you could put together your best team sheet for County, would be on it. Got to go with the three centre backs, and that would be Demetriou, O'Brien, and Poole, Day and goal. Wilmot right wing back, Butler left wing back, Labadi in centre midfield alongside Josh Sheehan and Scotty Bennett, and then up front Podge and Jamil Matt. That would be my number one County team. Luke County, if we go up, can we offer 3 to 4 year contracts to players, and when Championship clubs are sniffing, we can get triple figure payouts, so not being able to sustain League One football is, well, yeah, I mean, we can offer longer contracts, but then it's still a risk, and League One isn't a massive difference to League Two. There's a bit more money in it. I think there's a lot more cost than there is more financial gain to have a sustainable team. That's why we would count on there being more support, more season tickets, more trust members, all that kind of good stuff. But player sales could be massive, because if these players from League Two prove themselves in League One, the Championship clubs will come sniffing, as you say, and we could move a few on for some good lumps of money. But we need to get them on the contracts now. If they do well in the playoffs with us, they got to give us another season. Some of them surely. What would you say your greatest moment at the County has ever been? My greatest moment is promotion to League Two in 2013 at Wembley against Wrexham. Craig Owie, what do you think of County? Have done pretty good this year with cup run and potential promo. Should stand a good chance of getting some better grade loan signings. More teams taking notice. Yeah, well, a lot of teams are taking notice of us, obviously because of our cup runs, because of the Great Escape, of course. People know Newport County all over the world now, which is marvellous. Little old Newport, eh? But no, I mean, you make a good point. People will take notice. They'll see the likes of Antoine Semenyo, Tyreek Baconson, Sean Mikulski, coming to us and having really good loan spells, and think, yeah, we should send some of our players down there. Flynn seems to help bring them along. So, yeah, it's a good point, that is, mate. Luke County, how far should VAR go in the league being implemented in Premiership next season? Surely League One playoff final. Yeah, I think the playoff final should get VAR. I think all cup games, all FA Cup games, after round 3 on, should have VAR. And I hope one day there will be the finances there to roll it out to all professional leagues. That means coming down to League Two, because bad refereeing decisions cost. It's as simple as that. VAR is needed. Referees come under a lot of criticism, rightly, a lot of the time wrongly, because they're only human beings at the end of the day, and human beings make mistakes. Let's use technology to take the human element out of it, so mistakes can't be made. It's as simple as that. Should do a season award review video. That's another good shape, that is, mate. And like I say, we're always looking for any aspiring creators, anyone who wants to have a stab at making videos for the channel. We offer a good platform. I mean, 2,500 subscribers, and at the moment it's between Ellis and Tegan for the win on this one. Right, Callum Winterton, long one for you. Do you think that we should go for the Checkatrade Trophy next season? More money and a chance of silverware. We need to open the terrace, as that may also attract more people to go. Now, I'll explain the terrace thing first. It was the security team at Ronnie Parade who recommended to the Football League that bit of the terrace get shut. Basically, their security team are a bunch of lazy dickheads who didn't want to do any work to actually find out who did it. They pointed the finger at the area that we used to stand in, and basically it's as simple as that. If they let us back in there, there's no more or no little naughtiness is going to occur. It's as simple as that, really. All the stuff that was thrown, it basically there was three throwing incidents over the space of 2 seasons that brought that along, all of which came from behind us, not from within us. So they were just being lazy bastards. So hopefully that can be something that's overturned next season and we can get that bit of the terrace back open. As far as the Checker Trade Trophy is concerned, yeah, we should take it seriously because it's money. It's money and a cup run, silverware possibility. Most importantly, it's the money, and we need the money. Simple as that. Get announced for the first leg this evening, said on Twitter. So at some point this evening, we're going to know everything. If you could have Andrew Hughes or Lee Evans back, who would you rather? I'd rather have Lee Evans back for the reason being the big position that we need to fill at the moment is a creative centre midfielder, and Lee Evans would fill that void perfectly. Tegan, if we could have our own stadium, where would you place it and what would you call it? I would call it the Michael Flynn Stadium, like my stadium on Football Manager, which is on my laptop. That's right next to me. Me sitting first place in the English Premier Division in the year 2031. Happy days. Home stadium. I would put it. I don't know. I would overhaul Spitty. If I could choose where the stadium could be, it could be an overhaul on Spitty and have it there. What do you think? Mo Toure contract extension. Good. I think it's a good thing. Mo Toure is obviously done really well for Barry and hopefully play a part for us next season. Luke Canty, would you rather Wales win the Euros or Newport win promotion to the Premier League? You just dropped a big fucking bomb on me now, mate, and that has just made it a 3-horse race for the prize giving at the end. Wales win the Euros or Newport County win promotion to the Premier League. That's a tough one, but people who've been watching this for long enough know the one thing I always say whenever I put to this kind of dilemma: club before country. Newport County will be in the Premier League. Wales would unfortunately miss out on another Euros. Sad to say, I know. Would you rather sign Ben White and Regan Poole or Mikulski and Semenyo? I'd have to say Ben White and Regan Poole because what a defence we'd have. What a defence. Carlos AG, hi. You know if the young player Thiago Almada gets to play in the Premier League? I like the way they sing for their team. I'm Vélez Sarsfield supporter. We share the same design in our badges. We do we? That's our badge. Do we share the same design? I'll have to have a look at a Vélez badge. I think, yes, you've got a shield with the chevron. I remember it's a blue and white one, isn't it, Carlos? I think I'm right there. Tegan, if you could bring back any players we've lost through loans, being over, etc., would you bring back? Ben White, Regan Poole, and then Antoine Semenyo in that order. North Devon Grecian, hi, congrats. Hi, congrats on the way home on the minibus. When we heard Argyle got relegated, we all went mental. So it wasn't such a bad day for you after all. Everybody was happy. There we go. So you got your derby back for one, which is great. And what's it now as well? We got your derby back, and you've still got a good team there. You've still got a good manager. I mean, you just got to replace Stockley, I think, and I think Exeter would have another good season next year. Kimberley Park would be an awesome to put a new county stadium. Yeah, it could be, but where would Albion Rovers play? That's a big point because I'm a big supporter of Parks football as well. But at the same time, then is Kimberley Park big enough to put a stadium? Especially if we look into the future, we'd want a wide space around to potentially expand it if needed. Yep, it wasn't as bad. There you go. Happy days. I'm glad everyone was happy. If you could choose one Prem manager and one Prem player to manage and play for us, who would it be? Easy, Guardiola, and the player one is difficult because there's so many to choose from. But definitely Guardiola is the manager, and the one Prem player to play for us, the one Prem player, I'd have to go for Mohamed Salah. Louis Gold, would you rather beat Cardiff or beat Swansea? It'd have to be Cardiff 100%. The old Lamworm Steelworks, the Lamworm Bull, lots of room near motorway. Good shake, Colin. Yes, absolutely. Matt Taylor did a really good job considering this is his first season as a manager. And look how Michael Flynn has built on it with us. Matty Taylor could do the same with you. So, guys, is competition awarding of the prize now. So I think competition is finished. Right. So first, Luke's question. We'll get Luke's question done. Who out of all the teams overachieved this season? Ajax is my vote. Luton double promotion worthy noted. Yeah, Ajax you've got to look at. It's been a special season for them. Wolves you've got to look at as well. I think Watford as well. Who else? You got to look at us as well. Mind you got to look at us as an overachievement. And who else then? I'm sure there was somebody else. Norwich. No one expected Norwich to do what they did. And Sheffield United as well. Some really, really good overachievers. Right, so Marcus May saying that if you ever tried the food in the Lamb Bowl, it's banging. It certainly is. I love it. I usually go there quite often. The last time I got a voucher from work, so I took the hand down at the Harvester. But usually the Lamb Bowl is one of our first choices. So, competition time then, guys. So 3 people, I've said, came up with some good questions. Obviously, Tegan, Ellis, and then, of course, it was Luke. Although Luke, I'm going to eliminate Luke. Sorry, Luke. I'm going to eliminate Luke because that question has been asked an awful lot to me. But then I'm going with Tegan and the Gucci bag. Tegan, you've won the competition, and the prize will be when we get it, it'll be a signed Newport County scarf. Now we're doing 3 prize giveaways when we reach 3 subscriber milestones. We've hit the 1, that's 2,500. The next one is 2,750, and then 3,000. And the prizes get better each time. So help us get the numbers up, guys. So Tegan, congratulations. We're still waiting on the stuff to come back from the club. So as soon as I get it, it's yours. Ellis, sorry about that. All right, and so Mitchell, how do you donate? I believe there should be like a pound note sign, on the super chat, unless because monetization is disabled. Maybe they're stopping the donations on the super chat, stopping us making money in any way. Possibly, but then that's usually where you find it. You've got the super chat, and then you've got the option. There's like a pound note there, so you can donate that way. Not on there, bollocks. So Google have well and truly stiffed us. So if any of you want to donate any money to the Amber Army, feel free to give it to me in cash in person if you'd like. We've got a PayPal account. If you want to make a donation straight through PayPal without putting it through to YouTube. If you want to pay it direct into PayPal, you can get us on countychoir1912@gmail.com. So go on to PayPal, make a donation, do it family and friends as well. Ellis Williams, who, me? No. What about to donate something A4 size for your birth? You can raffle it off. Perfect. Anything that we can raffle off, anything that we use to raise money for the club, perfect. And that's exactly what we do. There have been some rumours kicking about that people don't know what we do with our money because we don't reveal our finances. Well, no one's ever asked for them, so we've never put them out. Although I can guarantee, and every single person that's ever had anything to do with the Amber Army can vouch, not one person has profited themselves individually from the Amber Army. So that's one thing I can guarantee you all. Your money's not going into somebody else's pocket. Your money is going to something that's going to directly aid the club. So, Ellis, unlucky mate. Tell you what, help us get to 2,750, and another. We will be doing another giveaway. Although Ellis, I will be sorting something special out for you. Because for those of you who don't know, Ellis is our drummer, and he's done fantastically. Done absolutely fantastically as drummer for us lately. So he deserves a little something. And don't worry, Ellis, it will be a surprise, my friend. I will be able to donate. Oh yeah, sorry, I already picked up on that. Are we? Am I going to Mansfield away? God knows. I hope it's 1,000 plus. Do I have a favourite county kit? I do like the black ones that we bring out. I gotta say, last season's black one was my favourite. Yeah, so probably about 1,000. So guys, here we go. We've done it for nearly 50 minutes now. We're going to call it a night on that one. Thank you on a minute. If anybody got any good Kenty ideas for me to engrave, send me a message. There we go. Get in touch with Craig Owie if you want to engrave anything for you. You can sort you out with some nice stuff. Obviously, for those of you who've seen it, you've seen the coaster that he sent me. Thank you again for that. I've still been using it and it's great. Love it. Yeah, so guys, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great stream. Thank you all for participating. Some great questions tonight as well. Congratulations, Tegan. You're going to be getting a signed Newport County scarf once I get it back from the club. If you want to put any pressure on anyone, you want to put some pressure on Ben. Ben is the one who I'm waiting on. So put some pressure on him. Thank you all. Good night. God bless. Enjoy your bank holiday Monday tomorrow. I'll see you all, hopefully all of you, Thursday for Newport County's first leg of the playoff semi-final. Happy days. Cheerio for now, everybody. Good night. And as always, up the county.